Not creeping up on
Yes,
you.
he was.
Do you want to get it's private, so if you'd like to get off, that'd be great.
Welcome to the Police Files, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights and demand accountability.
This episode is brought to us by Yardley Ski Auditing. Be sure to check the link below and subscribe to his channel and give him the credit he deserves. Yardley Ski is filming in the car park at Kent Police Station when an inspector steps in and tries to move him out, straight away acting like he shouldn't be there. No clear rule gets pointed out, no proper explanation, just a push to get him gone. Other officers join in with the same energy, backing it without really adding anything to justify it. It ends up feeling less like a lawful instruction and more like they're relying on presence and pressure to get their way, which doesn't really hold up when it's questioned, showing they don't actually know the limits of their own authority.
This is the police premises here.
Is it?
You're on police property here.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm in a car park.
Yeah, it's part of the police station.
Yeah, it's public.
It's not, I'm afraid.
Yeah, go on then, show me different.
Right, I'm going to ask you to leave again.
Section 33 under the Criminal Justice Act 1972 gives me public accessibility to the car park.
No, I'm afraid this is a private area.
Where does it say it's private?
Police station.
Where does it?
I'll ask you to come back out onto the main public area, where I'm more than happy to talk to you.
Okay, so you are?
I'm Inspector Creed.
Okay.
You ask the public to remain on the
Yeah,
public
there's
area.
no signage. There's no signage. There's nothing blocking me
Well, you've
from
just
stopping
come-
me from walking round.
Well, there is a barrier there.
Yeah, that's for
and there's
cars.
a fence there.
That's the cars. I didn't jump over anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can help you with at all?
Yeah, you can stop abusing my rights and let me film.
The inspector comes in very aggressively, acting like his authority alone should be enough to make Yardley Ski leave, without giving any real legal reason. Yardley points out Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act, which deals with trespass on certain designated sites, and explains that if an area is restricted, it must be clearly defined in advance, not decided on the spot. The inspector ignores this completely, showing he is not really engaging with the law. There is also no signage telling Yardley he cannot be there, no warnings or clear restrictions, which weakens the inspector's position even more because you cannot enforce limits that are not clearly set. Instead of responding to these points, the inspector just keeps repeating the same demand.
It says there, vehicle gate, pedestrians must use designated access gate only. Well, I'm a pedestrian, and basically that's telling me.
Getting through.
No, I didn't say that I'm going through, but it's not prohibiting me.
As part of our insurance reasons, as well as the security of the site, we don't allow members of the public on here. So that's why I'm asking you to leave and move out onto the public area.
Well, I'm going to decline because it's a car park. It's an open car park.
Okay.
Please don't creep up on me.
Not creeping up on you.
Yes, you was.
Do you want to get it's private, so if you'd like to get off, that'd be great.
Excuse me, Inspector.
That'd be
These
great.
are your
Private-
guys.
Is this private property?
These are your guys.
Private property.
Listen.
Would you like to go?
Step away from me, please.
No, I'd like you to move off.
Step away from me, please. Step away from me, please. For me, please. Exactly. Take a step back a second. Step away. Step away. No, this guy is escalating the situation. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
DC 30,000.
Who?
30,000.
Yeah,
My
a little bit
number
like
is
Andre,
DC
yeah?
30,000. 30000.
Okay, that's your shoulder collar, yeah?
Yeah.
All
The
right.
inspector starts grabbing at anything he can think of, like insurance or security, to sound convincing, but none of that is actual law, which shows he is just searching for reasons instead of having a real one. At best, those are internal concerns, not legal powers he can use against someone standing in an open public area. Then more officers arrive, and one quickly steps in too close, trying to pressure Yardley into leaving, turning the situation from a simple conversation into intimidation. It gets to the point where the inspector has to tell his own colleague to step back, which says a lot because even he can see things are going too far. When officers have to control their own team like that, it is no longer calm or professional policing, but a sign they are starting to lose control.
Okay, show me your warrant card.
They don't have to show you a warrant card.
All right, then
because
show me what? Show me some ID then.
You're speaking to me.
No. He came up to me, and you
these
saw how
colleagues- these are the
aggressive he
colleagues
came up to me.
who are with me.
Excuse me, Inspector.
I have asked you
I was talking
to
to
move
you,
onto the
and then
public
this
area.
guy, DC 3000, come up to me in an
I've
aggressive manner.
why-
So you step away.
What
Otherwise,
I need you to do now
identify yourself.
is before this
Inspector,
before this
I'm asking him to
escalates,
identify himself. You saw how threatening.
given you-
No, he came towards me in a
you his
threatening manner.
identification.
He hasn't.
He hasn't
No,
threatened
he
you.
hasn't shown me no
but he has
identification,
threatened you.
Inspector. Unless you're going to identify yourself and show me your warrant card.
I've explained to you who I am.
No, you're in plain clothes. Right? Don't come up to me and threaten me like that. I don't know who you are. How many people am I talking to?
Me.
Yeah?
Hello.
Well, actually, I was talking to the inspector,
just-
so all you guys
No,
just
just
step
one
away.
minute. Can I
Step
ask you-
away, everybody.
Colleagues, if I can ask you just to move back.
Yeah,
slightly.
just go, bye, go.
So
Slide.
The inspector starts grabbing at anything he can think of, like insurance or security, to sound convincing, but none of that is actual law, which shows he is just searching for reasons instead of having a real one. At best, those are internal concerns, not legal powers he can use against someone standing in an open public area. Then more officers arrive, and one quickly steps in too close, trying to pressure Yardley into leaving, turning the situation from a simple conversation into intimidation. It gets to the point where the inspector has to tell his own colleague to step back, which says a lot because even he can see things are going too far. When officers have to control their own team like that, it is no longer calm or professional policing, but a sign they are starting to lose control.
we've been speaking for a little while now. So what I
No,
would like you
I
to
do
do.
not want these people around
before
me.
My colleagues,
Well, I'm not going
what
nowhere
I'm
until they.
concerned about
No,
is
no,
there's
no,
a
no.
number of my colleagues now getting involved.
Well,
and they've
then
got
tell
other
them to
things
go.
be doing.
Tell them to go,
So what I would
Inspector.
like you to
Inspector,
do
please
is
tell
walk
them
with
to go.
me onto the public area.
Tell them to go first.
No, I'm not going to tell them to
Why?
go.
Section 4A, yeah? Public order, yeah, I think so. Okay? So don't turn around and start saying that it's down to me. Tell these guys to slide away.
Colleagues, they are police employees.
Yeah.
They are entitled
And they
to
don't
be
have to
within the
identify
police
themselves,
station.
no?
No, because you're on a police station.
Okay, they don't have to identify themselves.
No.
They do. Yes, they do. It doesn't matter where I am. They have to
haven't
identify
identified
themselves. I don't need to. I don't need to. Yeah.
In removing you from the
What,
private
forcibly?
area. Yes.
Didn't you say you wasn't going to forcibly remove me?
I do not wish to.
Might as well stop unless you're going to forcibly remove me.
I'm not going to forcibly remove
Okay.
you for anything.
Trespass is a civil matter.
There
okay.
are signs up
Where? Show me.
over there where I'm pointing.
The inspector tries to justify the situation by telling Yardley to leave because his own colleagues are getting involved, which says a lot. Instead of controlling his team, he shifts the blame onto Yardley as if he is the problem. Yardley then brings up Section 4A of the Public Order Act, and while that is a high legal threshold, it points to a real concern, because being surrounded, pressured, and spoken to like that could make someone feel harassed. The officers do not seem to consider this at all. When asked why they have not identified themselves, the inspector's response makes things worse by claiming they do not need to because they are at a police station or because Yardley has not given his details, which is not correct. Officers are expected to identify themselves when dealing with the public, no matter the location, and linking it to Yardley only shows a poor understanding of basic standards. Before continuing, there is something I have been working on over the past few months with a small team.
And says what? What does it say?
It says this is Kent Police property.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's still
There's
it's
also
still
a barrier
public. It's
and a
accessible.
fence.
It's accessible.
Okay.
Your guideline states that you should leave me alone. Why?
I'm fully aware of the guidelines.
Okay, you are fully aware of the guidelines.
Yes,
Trespass is a civil matter.
I am aware of that.
Okay.
Obviously, I would need your full details to be able to move that forward, and you've refused to give those to me, haven't you?
You're telling me that
Right.
I can't
This
stay
is now
here.
the last time I'm going to ask you if there's anything I can do to help you before I ask my colleagues to assist in removing you from police premises.
Come on then, let's go. Let's walk to where you tell me that there's
Okay?
signage.
It's over this way, please.
Identify yourself as
Hey,
well.
I'm good.
Do you want to identify yourself as well? Nah, no identification. Inspector, you run a shoddy lot here.
Yardley explains it clearly, pointing out that police guidance allows filming and that trespass, even if it did apply, is a civil matter, not something officers can enforce in the way they are trying to. That should have ended the situation, but it is ignored, which says a lot. When someone understands the rules better than the officers and those rules are still dismissed, it shows a clear gap between policy and how it is actually applied. What makes it worse is how stubborn the officers remain, with no effort to step back or reconsider, just a refusal to change their position. It turns into a numbers game, with more officers arriving and increasing pressure to force an outcome they cannot properly justify. In the end, Yardley leaves, not because the officers were right, but because they refused to back down. That is the real takeaway. because when someone who is following the law walks away just to end the situation, it does not prove the officers were correct, it highlights how unreasonable they were. That is it for today's video, so if you enjoyed this episode, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe as it really helps support independent coverage, and be sure to check out Yardley Ski Auditing through the link in the description. Thanks for watching, this was the Police Files, and see you in the next one.